my god. How pretty, how beautiful. We gotta run! We gotta run or we're gonna miss the fucking sunrise!
UCCITOY.
This is taking a lot longer than I anticipated, and also I'm realizing that maybe because of this little tiny hill, by the time the sun comes up, it's not gonna be cute anymore. The sun is nourishing the corn for it to grow into big corn stalks, and then grandpa is gonna get the corn and he's gonna make it for his cows, and oh, the cycle of life. Also listen to that. It's so peaceful. But really, we gotta move. I can't record a video here. Also, look at who's decided to join us. We got the shade now. I'm directly behind a tree, and hopefully that tree will sustain us for the duration of this video. What's this video about? Oops. Sorry, my game's a little off. Let me just take a sip from my Vive 100 energy. Not sponsoring this video, but I shouldn't be drinking it because we are 9,000 feet above sea level, which for me that's a lot because I'm pretty sure where I live is below sea level, and so I'm huffing and puffing. My heartbeat is already accelerated. I feel like if I drank some, it would make this video interesting because you know me and caffeine. It's like 2 weeks old. I left it in the fridge and we'll see if it's good. It's absolutely vile. So we saw the sunrise. It was great. Did you guys like it? Now that the sun is risen and I reeled you in here, we're gonna talk about what's been plaguing my mind recently. Today is July 25th. I have been here, by here I mean Mexico, in El Rancho for a month now. And yeah, it's beautiful. Like, you guys saw it. The issue with all of this is that, how do I say this? There is no distractions. I can't go on TikTok for like hours before I go to bed. So now when I go to bed, I'm just sitting there because all I have is 3G, man. Like, I can't load shit. The point I'm trying to make is that lots of free time, not a lot of distractions, is causing me to have to think about my life, about things I've done, and honestly just about things. Like, I'm so alone with my thoughts now that I feel as if I were on drugs. You would think, oh, oops, but you're probably hanging out with your grandparents and your cousins and stuff. I am doing that, but I've also forgotten how to socialize. I think my issue is that I have never experienced what it's like to have an extended family, and so now that I'm here, I'm just like sitting in the corner scared. I just want to also preface that there's dirt under my nails, and I'm not going to clean it out right now, even though that sends a bad message. But like, I was just moving around this log and it was dirty. Okay, there's dirt under my nails and you're gonna deal with it. Before I began going through my list, yeah, it's fucking long. Basically, I pulled out this notebook from the depths of my room before this trip because I was like, I'm probably gonna need a notebook. Like, you don't know, you should probably pack a notebook. And so I did, and then I opened it, and to my shock and embarrassment, I found a embarrassing long amount of letters I had written to someone way back that fortunately I did not send. But those letters got me thinking about how friends who stick by you, and this, you know what, now that I'm saying this out loud, this is like a duh. Like, duh, bitch, that's what friends are supposed to do. But like, the friends that stood by me, y'all are real ones, and I just wanted to take this moment to thank you guys, because I saw the letters and it reminded me of how down in the dumps I was. I hope as this video progresses, I can remember how to speak to people, because right now I feel like a millennial, and that's not a good feeling to have. Recently I've been like hyper analyzing everything that I do because someone told me that my humor is like Disney Channel humor. And ever since then, I've really struggled to exist. I think part of it is because I've only been interacting with my sisters, and at least my middle sister, she's of that Disney age. Man, I can't even blame her. I should just take accountability for being so awful. One of the great things about not being able to numb my brain with the internet or anything. One of the perks of that is that I get to think about all of my past embarrassments, and it's been really great. It's been really good to reflect on how disgusting of a person I am. This was a while back. After a night of debauchery and sin, I woke up and I felt something between my legs, and I go to reach, and there was a melted Twix bar between my legs. And I think it's fascinating that I took that Twix bar and walked away thinking that everything was fine with my life. It was just like jarring, really. Or maybe that's just me. I was just really disgusted with myself. I woke up and I was like, ugh. So yeah, I've been here a month, and I'm just gonna say I'm very thankful to be here. If you know, this has been a long time coming, and I love being with family and being like getting in touch to connecting with my roots. But being here has really showed me how much of a suburban little bitch I am, and how much I miss the comforts of home. Yes, the US is rotted. I don't even have to go into it, but it's got 5G and I have 3G here. I'm fighting to send a text. I miss excess and consumption. I would kill for like just some Taco Bell, or being able to get in my car and go to Walmart. And I know that's bad of me to say because it's ruining the environment, but I miss it. I'll say it. I miss home. This next point is about this. So I've had this piercing now for like a year and a half. When I got it, I really liked it because it was my little secret. I felt so giddy because it was just my little thing. Like, I would whip it out and then hide it from my mother specifically. But recently, Mother Gladys found out, and that was a shit show. But now this has lost its effect. I didn't even like the piercing that much to begin with, but the fact that it was like my own secret made me really like it, and I just like loved having that little nugget about me that certain people in my life did not know about. But now that Mother Gladys knows, I just don't even know, like, what's the point? I need to do something else. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe I need to have a child. I mean, there's other secrets that have hit harder, but then those were exposed. And so now all I had was this, but then that's also been exposed. All of this is to say that I have an issue because a normal person wouldn't enjoy keeping secrets as much as I do. And also a lesson to all of us that everything will come to light. So if you're sitting there with a little secret and you think no one's gonna find out, think of fucking again. So oftentimes I'm watching the news with my grandpa, and I really enjoy Mexican news. I think it's fucking hilarious. Specifically this one newswoman whose name I don't remember, but maybe I'll put a picture up there because I think she's funny. She'll just be reading off the news and then she'll be like, no surprise, these motherfuckers have done it again. These delinquents, these good for nothing, criminals. And she's just so done with the state of her country, and I think that's really I don't know. According to Mexican news, Abbott, the fucking Texas governor dude, he is installing like these little floaty balls. He wants to put them in the Rio Grande so that people don't cross. It got me thinking, there's already a gate. I don't know if it expands, I don't know if it goes all the way through, but there's a gate at the border, okay? There's also an all-consuming desert that people, like, I don't know, I'm gonna say thousands of people die every year trying to cross it. Then there's also a shit ton of like officers sitting there with guns waiting to arrest people. And then on top of that, there's a roaring river with hella people drowning in it. And even then, it's not enough for you motherfuckers. You build a wall, motherfuckers, you still want a wall. And I think that's ridiculous, because if you manage to pass all those levels, you climb the gate, You passed the desert, you crossed the river. I feel like you deserve to get into the United States. The sun is gonna come up and it's gonna blind me soon. We gotta speed this up. So, people who want to build a wall, you're fucking stupid, and I hope you rot. Next, we have a cultural thing I have been encountering and struggling with is the way that people greet each other here. So, obviously, it's a Latin community. We're in Mexico. But here's the thing. This town is like a narco town, and I expected everyone to be cold and unforgiving, but they're not, because every time I go somewhere, there's obviously, like, everyone here is my fucking relative, first of all, and so you have to greet them, and the way you greet them is they go in for a hug, right? And then there's the little side kiss, right? And then so you pull out from the hug, and for me, I'm ready to bolt. I'm ready to get out of that situation, but you can't, because then you have to shake their hand, and I've been struggling with that a lot. Fuck me, I'm gonna have to move. The sun moves really fast. Who would have fucking thought? I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, right, people touching. This has been a season of realizations, blah, blah, blah. And my issue with hugging my relatives has made me realize that maybe the reason that I'm incapable of making meaningful connection is not because I look like a disgusting troll, but maybe because I am an unapproachable, vile human being with emotional and intimacy issues. Maybe that's why. And the other day I shot a gun. If you know me, I've obviously spoken about the snail mail shooting incident where Abby and I were running for our lives. Traumatic. I didn't realize it at the time, but then like months afterwards, guess who was having dreams about being shot? I was shot in my dreams so many times, and I would wake up because obviously when you get shot in the head, you die. But after I shot my grandpa's gun, that night I had a dream. We were in a mall situation, and I was fighting for my life because the narcos had arrived, and there were people dying, gory, bloody deaths, left and right. But in this dream, guess who didn't get shot and die? So exposure therapy helps. I wanted to share that with you because amazing. Am I right? It's no secret that I go to a Christian institution, and with that comes the lovely concept of engagements. And this happens every spring and summer. Just a shit ton of people getting engaged, and they're posting it, and they show the little rings, and it's so gross. But not because I hate love or I'm bitter. Like, I am bitter, but I support you being happy, right? My issue is, and I'm gonna say this here because this is a safe space, because I feel like we are like-minded individuals. My qualm with these engagement posts is that I see them and I feel so terrible for the girlies, because in my mind I'm like, y'all could do so much better if only you just took a step back from this community and went and saw different lands. And I'm not even gonna go in depth about how shitty SDA men are, because I'm not in the mood to be told that I sold my soul in the comments. Like, girly, you could probably do so much better, but instead you're gonna be marrying Thomas, the theology major, and that's a bummer. I don't know, all men are rotted, true, but there are a select few that are truly gems, and you could potentially find yourself that gem if you went elsewhere, if you fucking left campus. That's all that I'm gonna say on that. Congratulations to all the engaged people, and invite me to your weddings if they're lit, of course. I was thinking about how in high school my friends and I were practicing our signatures because we're conceited like that, and a teacher came by and he was like, I can tell a lot about you guys based on your signatures, some like typography, handwriting, psychology shit. He goes up to mine, he looks at my signature, and he's like, yup, you're hiding something from the world. And I was hiding something from the world, and it made me cry. I was like, damn, I'm a frail little person. Like, that legit made me tear up, and I was like, I gotta go. Thanks for the fucking, analysis. Didn't know my signature could tell you that, but you got me. Again, everything comes into the light. Every secret that you have will be revealed. That's a weird one to end on, but I gotta go. I ran out of storage like 3 times. The sun is beating down on my face, and I think I've spoken enough. I got it all off my chest. Thank you for listening. Now I feel so light and breezy. Actually, in true preacher girl fashion, my calling to you all today is to delete TikTok, throw your phone away, and go into the woods. Not because the persecution is coming, but because you guys need to be persecuted by your thoughts. Because this generation is so fucking distracted. We're so fucking numb because whenever we feel something, we go and we run to something. And that's going to cause a big issue in our society. That's what I've been thinking. I've been thinking about that a lot, because if no one in our generation is bothering to face, like, we're not facing our emotions. Like, we're just being numb and shit. And so by the time we're like in our mid-40s, society's gonna collapse. So go into the woods and fucking figure yourself out, okay? I'm done. I'm tired. Okay?